Hi there, my name is Nova. I'm a graphic designer, illustrator, and avid OC lover. This year, 2026, I will be participating in Art Fight! If you don't know what Art Fight is, there are a lot of videos going into detail about the contest. For me, Art Fight is a way to gift other artists pieces of their OCs, or original characters, and receive the same from talented artists. Anyone is welcome. In this video, I will introduce you to my Art Fight roster for 2026. I've divided them into 4 worlds: Knights of the Universe, D&D, Star Wars, and Miscellaneous. Here, you can see the worlds and their timestamps if you're only interested in a certain one. Both the Knights of the Universe and the D&D worlds will have spoilers for videos on my channel. You have been warned. Permissions. I don't have any special character permissions besides use common sense. Choose a character you'd have fun with. If you draw my characters at all, I will be more than happy. For all characters, have fun with outfits and makeup. Change species, adjust the color palette. Use your creative vision and quirks. And please tag me in any social media if you can. My name would be Yanova with 0s. Just don't do anything NSFW or suggestive, along with no gore or ship art. Let's get into it. Knights of the Universe. Nova. Nova is a Knight of the Universe. She is also my persona. Nova is part of a trio of knights that protects the Milky Way sector of the universe. She is second in command under Aster, the Knight Captain. Later in time, she is the only one left defending the Milky Way galaxy. Her armor and hair accessories are supposed to be pearlescent and gold. If you do choose to draw her, you can do any armor design or even just a cool outfit with similar colors. Her main weapon is a sword. I designed the hilt of her sword, shown here, Celeste. Celeste is also a Knight of the Universe. She has a very strong sense of justice. Although she's a knight, she prefers to go hands-on against the enemy, using her fists versus a sword. Her gauntlets are specially made to cut through the void. The Void are creatures made of nothingness, whose only goal is to consume and spread the void. Celeste is the last to join the trio. After the tragedy, Celeste treks off on her own. Feel free to customize her armor and hair and anything, but please keep gauntlets as part of her design. Aster. Aster is the captain of the Knight Trio. He takes his position seriously, but his personality is dorky and kind. He has an aurora borealis adorning him like a crown. Because of this, Aster glows at all times. Aster plays a key part in the tragedy. For Aster, his main weapon is also a sword. I haven't designed it at all, so go crazy. Please keep one of his gauntlets golden. Playing with the armor design is totally allowed. For each one of these, I have a mini mood board linked on the profile with inspiration pictures, for if you don't want to draw armor and instead want to draw modern clothes, or some type of alternate universe. Those are the Knights of the Universe trio. Let's move on to my roleplay characters. D&D. Marielle. This character will contain major spoilers for episode 1 of a new series coming out on my channel. I don't know when it will be or how much will change from this initial information, but here goes. The D&D we'll be playing will be a sci-fi fantasy mix. Marielle comes from a forest-dwelling family. However, her most precious thing is the truth. She's been growing up labeled as the snitch and the goody two-shoes, but truth is extremely important to her. So much so that she started her own little newspaper with stories that affect the town. Her parents just want her to be in the background and not make a fuss, but Marielle's goal is to break the big story. So, of course, she goes to the big city where a tournament is taking place, ready to get her nose into anything that smells fishy. But some stink doesn't go away, or turn a blind eye to anyone snooping around. Nuova. Nuova is an on-the-whim character I made with a simple concept. She is weak-willed and susceptible to suggestion, so in order to combat that, she follows the guidance of the Orb, an 8-ball she found. You can draw her silly or serious. Next up are my Star Wars OCs. Now. Now was a late find for the Jedi. She already had memories of her family and how she lived. They were a family of slaves on the run, hiding in the forests, when her parents left to get supplies and unfortunately lost their lives. The Jedi found her from that point. Later in life, Order 66 happened when she was just a Padawan training with a few other Padawans. They had a choice, whether to keep the Jedi way or stray. She strayed. Still harboring hate in her heart, she returned to her home planet and took revenge on the town which did not help or hide her family, and of course on the slavers, freeing fellow slaves in the chaos. Her new goal is to exact her own sense of justice on those who she deems evil. However, she pursues them and acts cruelly, relishing in their hypocrisy when they ask for leniency. This behavior has attracted Sith eyes. Ren. Ren is a younger sister. They lived on a war-torn moon. While out in the open, the older sister, Robin, got tragically wounded. In order to save her sister, Ren ran to the only people still with control, the Syndicate. The Syndicate agreed to take in Robin in exchange for Ren dedicating herself to them. They trained her from that young age to deceive, expertly use a blaster, and make life or death decisions. On the exterior, she was a lovable ditzy goofball, but on the interior, she was hard-hearted. As an adult, Ren goes on missions for the Syndicate, until one day. Selra. Selra was a Padawan at the end of the Clone Wars. She was on a mission with her master when they were attacked and boarded. Her ship crashed onto the planet below, leaving little survivors. Her master was tragically among those who lost their life. When Selra wakes up, years have passed, although she doesn't know that. When she does encounter others, her former clone soldiers, they attack her with no hesitation. Alone and confused, she struggles to survive on the planet and escape. Osa. Osa is a detective. Unfortunately, she's also a scheming con artist. Even her appearance is a sham. She uses a cane, and even though she does use it regularly, it's more of a ploy to sneak in her vibrosword into prohibited places. The vibrosword is hidden inside the shaft. Osa wasn't always this way. She once was a handmaiden to a very important figure, but she was bored. When danger presented itself in the form of a stranger, instead of taking care of the situation or reporting it, she let the scene play out. The stranger dispatched the whole camp, but let Osa be, even thanking her with a nod. Her fault. It was all her fault. She changed everything about her, including her looks and name, and left the planet. Finding herself in suspect places and backwater cities, she got good at pickpocketing and observation. She couldn't stop the gnawing guilt, though. So she went farther, honing her skills, and finally introducing herself as a detective for hire. Osa leapt from mystery to mystery, avoiding the one mystery she couldn't bear to solve, until it caught up with her. Robin. Robin is Ren's older sister. One day, on the war-torn moon, she left their hiding spot to try and grab some food. She was gravely wounded and lost consciousness. She awoke in a bed, taller, with a deeper voice, older and more frail than she's ever been. She grabbed the sides of the bed frame in order to pull herself up, when she heard a metallic clink. Her arm was gone. It was replaced by a prosthetic. She has scars that ran up her neck and across her face, remnants of the blast. After leaving the abandoned facility, she wandered around, growing stronger, eventually finding work as a bounty hunter. But her only true mission was to find her younger sister Ren, who had disappeared. Until one day, she finds a lead. May. May Duran is a rebel in every sense of the word. She has no contacts and no family, only hate for the Empire. No one knows her story, and she'd like to keep it that way. She's a Spitfire and great with a blaster. May makes the hard choices and fights solely for the Rebel Alliance to her detriment. In one of those battles, she loses her leg. She's fitted with a prosthetic and moves on with her life. May doesn't let anything deter her from serving the Rebel Alliance, besides her loud mouth and tendency to run straight into danger. Vera. This Pantoran was serving as a Padawan to a temple guard when suddenly they were being attacked. Cowardly, she tried to run instead of fight and was gravely injured. Pantoran girl wakes up floating in a Bacta tank, all alone. When she regains consciousness, laying in a puddle on the floor, she tries to remember what happened, but she can't remember anything at all. The only thing that comes to her is one word: Vera. She wanders through the abandoned facility, where it seems everyone left many years ago. She catches her reflection in the mirror. Blue skin with extremely long hair, freckles and a gap-toothed smile. But the most important thing is a golden tattoo on her arm. She wanders out of the facility, looking for answers and for herself. And finally, we have my miscellaneous OCs. Emmeline Cogsworth. Emmeline lives in a steampunk world. She's a good-natured inventor whose inventions mostly blow up comedically. But when she does manage to make something, it's usually a new mechanical friend. Her main friend is a little dragon, but she's made ferrets and other animals in the past. She also goes by the nickname Emmy. Lottie. Lottie is named after a species of apple, which is good because she loves apples. I really don't have a story for her, I just wanted to draw a cute apple-themed girl. If you do decide to draw Lottie, I will ask that you have fun with her design. Change anything you want, but keep it apple-themed. I'm sure she'll love it. Daisy. Daisy is the oldest OC I have in this roster. It's also one of my oldest digital art pieces. Like with Lottie, she doesn't have a story, she just likes picnics and has the cottagecore aesthetic. If you choose Daisy, make her all cutesy. And draw a new OC. This OC submission is more of a game. I'll tell you how it works. You choose this character, like any of the other ones, and draw a new OC for me. For example, like my Star Wars stuff? Bam, make me a new Star Wars character. Absolutely love a sci-fi fantasy world? Blammo, there's a new OC for me to play around with. Basically, you create, design, and draw a whole new character. Send it over to me, and I'll use it in my projects. If you want to see the OC end up on the channel, I'd say make a Knight of the Universe themed one, or a D&D themed one. For the D&D one, we are modding it to have certain elements be sci-fi, so it might be tweaked for the actual campaign. And if you don't like the D&D, Star Wars, and Knights universes I have going on, no problem, send me a miscellaneous OC. It could be anything within my permission. It's also a great way to give your old OCs another life. So there we have it, my 2026 roster of characters. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to put them in the comments on my Artfight page or here on YouTube. I'll get back to you. If you like my character design and storytelling, let me know who was your favorite. It seems like you know what fun buttons to press, and I'll be ready to attack you in Artfight. Happy July, everyone! Goodbye!